hello, I understand you've got a sheet that looks like this and you're about to start using Mastery Learning Folders for the first time. So I'm going to very quickly just step you through the process and then you'll be ready to take it on yourself. Your folder might look like this. Hopefully there's some flashcards in the store pocket and also your child's learning material in this first test pocket. Now, just so we can start from the beginning of the process, which is from this tutor testing pocket, you're going to add pretend training flashcards into the other pockets, which will help you and your child get used to the process. And I'm going to go through that with you today. Right, so I've distributed the training flashcards between these 4 pockets. And I've put a few more in this pocket just for the demonstration purposes because this is an important pocket. It says tutor testing and it's got a back arrow. And this is the pocket that you're going to start testing from. It's also the pocket where the content that has been remembered graduates from to go onto the other side of the folder, which is taken care of by the teacher. Just let me show you how that works. So, the first question on this training flashcard is, when sitting on the mat, what should you do before answering a question? Well, hopefully your child might already know that they put their hand up. So because that's correct, this flashcard is going to move forward up to this pocket here, the teacher side of the folder. Now it's come out of the weekday practice sessions and it's going into the once a week section that the teacher takes care of. So we have to transfer a new flashcard in from the store pocket to the first test pocket. Let's go on to the next question. What is 5 plus 5? Now, let's say your child can tell you the answer to that. You might ask them, how did you work that out? Or how did you know? But they've got it, they've answered correctly, and so that's going to graduate out of the weekday process over to the blue pocket at the top. And of course, when it moves out of your side of the folder, you move a new flashcard into the first pocket from the store. How long does it take a caterpillar to turn into a butterfly? Well, I didn't know this. I've looked up this question so that your child would have a question that they don't know the answer to. So for our demonstration, we can practice what happens then. So let's say your child doesn't know. You would tell them the answer, which is about 4 weeks, and you might have a little conversation about that and maybe think, how could you remember that next time? That flashcard that is not correct goes back into the same pocket. Okay, we've got another one here. What type of animal is a cheetah? Your child knows that it's a cat, and there's answers on the back. And so you say, yes, it's a cat. Do you know any other animals that are cats? Do you know any of their names? And they might be able to say, for example, a puma or something like that. So that flashcard is graduating over to the once a week side of the folder. And we've got one left in that pocket. Don't forget, we have to transfer a new flashcard into the first test pocket to replace the one that's gone out. Now we move backwards from the tutor testing pocket to the next pocket, and you can see it says rest. The rest pockets just provide a larger spaced interval between testing the content that is in the pocket. So these flashcards are not tested. They simply move as a bundle to the next pocket and they're left. We keep working our way backwards in a zigzag pattern. So our next pocket to be tested is this one. Where do you go to order your lunch? Okay, your child knows that they go to the canteen. Because that's correct, that flashcard moves forward to the next pocket. When do you have to take turns? Well, your child could give you some examples of when they have to take turns either at home or at school, for example, lining up for their recess order. So if they can give you an example, then that is correct and that moves forward. We've done this pocket. Now we're going to move to the next one, moving backwards. Where are you allowed to play? This is at school, and the answer says on the back, well, there might be various answers, but let's just say your child is new at the school and they might say, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. If that's the case, great information. You can find out and help them learn about that, but that flashcard will go back into the same pocket. We're going to step back to the last pocket. Now this potentially is the pocket that contains the actual learning that your child is doing. So let's have a look at this. You might be asking them, what is this sound? It's a U and an E. And they say U. Correct. Moves forward. Who is friends with 7? I'm not really sure. All right, so you could talk about the fact that 3 is friends with 7, and then that flashcard goes back into the same pocket. Here we have another sound. They're not sure about that. You can say, well, that's the R sound. Can you think of any words that have the R sound, like star? And so that one goes back into the same pocket. This is a sight word, which is I. That was tested correctly. That was recognised as the T sound. So you might say, can you think of a word that starts with T? And that goes into the pocket. And then we've got some tricky words and they can read them. So we'll just leave the rest of those. You can get the idea that the flashcards that are correct move forward to the next pocket. Those that are not correct go back into the same pocket. When your child answers questions, you can just have a little conversation about the flashcard. Think about asking them how they might remember it next time if it's not correct. When flashcards are correct from this pocket and they graduate to the other side of the process, we always replace them with a new flashcard from the store pocket. All right, I hope that's given you a little confidence in how to use this side of the folder. And any questions, ask your teacher and maybe watch the video again if you need to.